Alright people, and I've come to the game, West Brom vs Huddersfield, and watched the first half, and I'll tell you straight, I walked out the gate. Mate, I'd rather watch a Sunday League team, kids or even adults that are playing for their shirt or playing for what they feel, and didn't feel no love off the players, nothing at all. And you know something? Let's see what reactions we get.
Well, I've been coming up here since 1947, and it's the worst display I've ever seen in my life.
And what do you think? We're going down, don't you think so?
We're down.
It proves that the wrong decision was to sack Tony Pulis, to bring in a bloke who's never kept a team up, who's been a firefighter. You sacked Pulis when we were 6 points above the drop, and now all of a sudden you're 7 points adrift. It proves the wrong decision. They've sacked the board because of the decision. All the fans moaned about the one pretty football, and then they bring in, and no one can tell me that's better than Tony Pulis football. No one can tell me that's better.
I'm not. I tell the truth. I watch kids play on a Sunday, yeah, and when I watch these kids play, they play with their hearts. Do you see what I mean? And these lot are wearing their shirts like they're no. Yeah, you know, I wish for them days like Bob Taylor, Paul Robinson. You know the ones that wore their tops and they were proud of them.
They're good enough. It don't matter. It don't matter about the art. They are good enough. You play to your strengths, and they're playing attacking football, and they're technically not good enough. You play to your strengths, and we're a physical side, so you play like the way we did under Pulis.
So what would you say now after today's performance? We've got Watford next, don't we?
I don't know. I'm looking to next season, the Championship. I'm getting ready for the Tuesday night games.
I got to travel with the shit.
Getting ready for the Tuesday night games.
Well, it's just rubbish. My name's Tony. That's the worst I've seen him play.
And what do you think, Tony? Come on, you watched it now, yeah? You watched it longer than me. I walked out of there because
They've got no heart. No heart, have they? They're just nothing about them.
How about Pardew? What do you think of it?
I would have kept Pulis. I would have. He ended up no different. Nothing's changed. So it looks like it's Championship next season for us.
Rubbish. It's going down. Well, there's no fight. There's no fight in the team, so no backbone, is there? Need to. If they're going to win games, they've got to get stuck in, ain't they? So
are we looking down then, sir?
I think so. I think they're down.
They're going to pull 10 points back. Is that him?
No. I don't think they're going to pull it back now.
Them 10 points behind.
I walked out at half time.
Yeah, if they blame me, yeah.
You know, and I walked out for a reason because I'd rather go and spend 90 minutes watching kids play on a Sunday.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, what a bloody rubbish.
And what did you think of it, sir?
Rubbish.
And what do you think?
Absolute rubbish. I've been coming here that many bloody years now. It's the worst time
How
I've
many
ever
years you
seen.
been here?
72 years. 1946.
And have you ever seen a performance like this?
No. Never.
Unbelievable. Look at that. Look how you're killing the old people. The ones that have been supporting this team for years. Where are you from, sir?
Hagley.
Hagley. And what was your name, sir?
Peter.
Peter, nice to meet you.
Hi.
This is my channel, Boing Boing TV.
Boing Boing TV.
Yeah.
I've been supporting the team since about 1968.
Wow. I was still swimming in my dad's trunks. But what I'm going to say is, Peter,
I've seen some bad performances.
What did you think about today?
The stuff is shocking. Absolutely shocking. I just think, except for perhaps 3 or 4 players, the rest just the attitude just couldn't care less.
I walked out at half time, you know.
Well, I did that. The last league game against Southampton. I thought that was poor, but this was even worse.
Oh yeah, well, we're done now.
Yeah.
And Pardy's never. I watched him today. I felt like running on the pitch myself.
Can you tell me what's up to Sam Field? Sam Field has not had a bad game. He's a local lad.
I don't know.
And he at least he cares. But the rest of the Polish chap, £107,000 a week to stroll round the middle there. I'm sorry, I just don't see.
What do you think of Evans today?
He don't care.
He don't, does he?
I think he hasn't been wanting to be here for 6 months, has he?
And the main talk I seen, Matt Phillips.
Poor.
Disgusting.
Poor. I mean, at least he didn't break the curfew over it is and stayed and didn't have a Big Mac at 5 o'clock in the morning. You and I would have been sacked
straight away.
Anyway.
Thank you, Pierre. Thank you for your time. Thank you, sir. And the real people. And get that buddy. A man's looking vexed. Man looks like he needs to go home and have a gulab jamun with ice cream. Yes, brother.
I know it was really hard.
What did you think of the game, Chris?
We got rubbish.
Crap.
Yeah, we need to new team.
We definitely do.
And new manager.
But you're still going to support them no matter what.
Yeah.
God bless you, Chris.
Well, my name's Errol. I've been supporting West Brom forever. Today, it's not. It's just the last 2 seasons. In fact, ever since I got rid of Steve Clarke, they should have kept him on, no matter what was going on that season. Okay, we punched above our weight when we finished. I think it was 8th or something like that. I can't remember now. But we should have kept him on. The managers have had since then. I mean, Pulis, waste of time. I'm not going to swear. Pulis is a waste of time. Pardew should never had him in the first place. You know, might as well just get a bunch of 12-year-olds to manage the fucking team.
It was poor.
Just come a bit closer, boss.
I'm not a fan of West Brom, but it was poor.
It was poor, yeah.
But I watched the game, yeah. I walked out at half time.
Yeah.
It was poor.
I walked out at half time.
You know, for Premier
And you know
League-
why I walked out at half time? Because I'd rather go and watch kids on a Sunday play with their hearts.
Yeah, they play better.
Yeah, because these like didn't play with their hearts.
They didn't jump for the
Nothing
ball.
at all.
They
Matt
don't-
Phillips was
they-
dodging
they
like,
waited
I want to go out.
They waited for the ball to come instead of going to the ball. It was ridiculous to me.
Poor,
What did I say?
poor,
to you?
yeah,
Sunday,
yeah.
I expect to see that on a Sunday league.
But Sunday you still see
We
more
still see
passionate.
more passion and heart.
So what's gone in?
I just
Do you
think
think the dressing tables,
it's
the changing rooms just gone?
The changing room's gone, yeah.
It's like
I
the
mean,
players control it now.
I don't think
not
they've
the
been.
manager.
I don't think. Well,
The manager's not bringing
Pardew
the
shouldn't have
best
been
out.
there in the first place. Get him a taxi. Get him a fucking
You've got
taxi.
to bring the best out of your players. They're not putting everything in. They put a bit in, but it's not enough.
And we need a player who can pass the ball. We need somebody like Britton, Leon Britton
The
from
control.
Swansea. Get him in there.
What about the control?
No control.
First touch was bad.
Yeah.
So you can't.
How about Sam Fields? They don't even give me a chance.
No, it's terrible.
He's a local lad. We got a local lad, yeah. This geezer plays with his heart. Every time I watched him, he's played with his heart. Yeah, but bro, they're not giving them chance.
He's
And
young,
they're not.
strong,
Yeah.
hard. He's not giving him a
And
chance.
sent Lecco down to Bristol. What for?
Really, you know, Raheem is a dynamic player. You know, they've never given him a chance yet. He's come from the academy. He's really good. You know.
They don't give the kids
And
a
they're not
chance
giving
here.
him a chance.
Don't. I rather the kids play. We got hammered.
Yeah.
No, but you wouldn't.
No,
You'd
we wouldn't
see
get
more
hammered. We'll
heart.
get
You'd
passion.
see man-
We'll get hammered.
You know
We'll
what?
get passion,
I
yeah.
didn't see you win a header today.
No, we didn't win the header.
I didn't
They
see
don't
it.
jump for headers.
Nah.
Anyway, keep it up, mate.
Players just didn't show enough for the team.
And how did you feel? Have you seen a better football than this before? How long you been here supporting this team?
Well, 16. That's probably most of my life.
And you just feel devastated.
Yeah, we're just not playing well enough. This football, it's not good enough. Not giving enough for the club.
We got Watford next, don't we?
Away in it, yeah.
So what do you think about that?
Well, there's no point in changing the manager really now, because what's the only not many people you can get in. Maybe you can get like Marco Silva. Maybe he's a decent manager, but other than that, not a lot you can do.
So you think Pard should go now, rather than go next week?
I think we give him Watford, see what he can get out of the players then, and then see what happens after that.
All right, and thank you very much. What's your name?
Josh.
Josh from
Aldborough.
Today, you can't play football with the ball 6 foot up in the air for a start. That's all they know. They've got no footballers. They've got Gareth Barry, who used to be a footballer, but sadly his legs are gone. They've got a few chickens with their heads cut off. And I'll name names, McLean.
Did you feel like Matt Phillips played a part today?
I feel Matt Phillips should be put down the middle, where he can dribble down the middle and have a shot, not out wide.
How about the emotion from the players? Did you feel, all right, look, pride example now. If there's no motivation from the manager or the coach, how are you going to give it to the players?
Well, exactly. They can't even take a throw in properly. It's waist height, so they've got to control the ball. The ball should be to the feet, so it's ready controlled. There's a lot of things wrong, and that's just a basic thing you'd learn at school, boy.
How long have you been supporting Albion, sir?
Since I was 5, and this is I'll be 72 this year, mate.
And what do you think about today's performance through the whole career of supporting them?
Well, there was 2 poor teams, but the one was slightly better as they scored the goal and they gained in confidence, Huddersfield Town. But the boys that we've bought, and I'm going back to Pulis, once we'd got that 40 points and we started to lose those games at the end of that season, was the time he should have gone. But the little bit of luck he had was we won the first 2 games this year, Bournemouth and Burnley, which threw a little bit of a...
Lifeline.
Yeah, but it was a false one, because we've still, what we done, won 1 in 25. So what we've got to do now, you can't look back at today's game, you've got to move forward, and moving forward is plan B, and you've got to get a coach in who can play football.
Do you think we're going down, isn't it?
I
feel...
It's who goes down with West Bromwich Albion, mate, so I'm sad to say. And the coach that comes in, I don't blame Pardew, He's took a job, and he's realised he's got a load of, well, players with no pace, no brains, can't play football. Like I said, run around like chickens with their heads off. You've got to get that ball on the deck and start playing football. And that can start from a throw into feet, not waist height.
So after today's performance, you just feel devastated?
Pass it and move for 95 minutes. They can't run some of these for 5 minutes, mate.
I walked out at half-time.
Okay, well, I ain't walked out.
I walked out because you know why? I've seen better football on a Sunday league.
I ain't going to say sack Pardew, mate, but what I'm going to say is put Plan B into operation to get out of the Championship, because it's important. I wish I'd got a that guy Williams, the suits, I call them the suits. What did they do? They signed cheques for this, that and the other. Rubbish. Anybody can buy somebody who can play sideways and back. I want to see some players who know how to move forward.
You're right, sir. Nice speaking to you. Thank you very much, sir.
I drove you up the wall, haven't
I? No. You're being passionate, and I like that. I'm passionate, that's why I've done it.
Tristan.
Where are you from, man?
Handsworth.
You play for West Brom?
Yeah.
So what do you think about today's performance, truthfully?
Truthfully, I think we could have done better. We need to just work harder, but it's too bad now. We're in relegation, and we're just gonna have to deal with it.
And how do you feel like you're playing for the team as young?
Yeah,
do you think they're showing you a good way of being motivated for playing a professional team?
Nah, because we're gonna get stiff because we're in our derby tomorrow against Birmingham City, and our Birmingham City are gonna as the young kids say, violate us. So really, this is about the relegation. So.
But you keep strong and motivated, yeah? And when you play, if you play for a professional team, or whatever you do in life, you do it with your heart, and you'll succeed in life, all right? Yeah? So you keep going strong, all right?
Didn't play good. Not good enough.
What did you feel? Come on.
The team don't have belief. No belief.
How long you been supporting them?
All my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
We new players.
But today's performance?
You
feel wounded, eh?
Yeah. Just
the first half was alright.
You think so?
Yeah.
Second
I
half.
walked out first half. After the first half, I walked out. So what did you think?
It was okay. They were holding the line, but obviously when it came to the second half, the morale just dropped.
Unbelievable. So what are you saying then? We're looking for first division?
Yeah.
Not yet.
Yeah.
You still got hope?
Still got hope.
I like that. Mashallah, brother.
West Brom. Oh my goodness.
What happened? Go on then, tell me.
You count the amount of times they gave the ball away. And I think West Brom the worst team ever.
So do you support West Brom?
Yeah. I don't support them. I just come here for the free tickets.
Oh, you come. Why do you play for them?
Yeah. It was just awful. I think the Alan Pardew.
Put a bit of chutney on that.
He should have started James Livermore or Sam Fields, one of those two. The younger ones, basically. Yeah.
But when you go to play in these big teams, play with your heart, all right?
Yeah.
Don't play with the money.
Yeah. 100%.
And you'll be real, and your fans will stay with you. All right. Yeah. So keep motivated. God bless you lot.
I think I'm pretty much the same as you. I mean, obviously I didn't walk out, stayed till the end. Big disappointment today. It's massive, wasn't it? A huge game today. We had to win today. We had to get something out of it. And we've never got going, really, have we? To be fair, I mean, they're a good side, Huddersfield. They're on the up, and we're on the way down, unfortunately. And it showed today. They've got young legs in midfield. They ran us ragged in midfield. We never got a foot in, and up front, trying hard. Rondon worked his nuts off. He stood there at the end. He's the only player at the end. Well, him and Brunty at the end, clapping the fans.
But Brunty's a lion.
Absolutely.
I personally think they should have Brunty on at the start.
And it changed when he came on. We got the goal, great corner for Dawes to head in, but really so disappointed. I'm like you, my friend. I'm gutted today. I'm
wounded.
We've come from Cheshire.
And the worst. Are you from Cheshire?
Yeah.
You've had a drive and everything. Watford next, yeah. Do you think Pard should get Do you think Pard should get another chance on it, or do you think we should just pull the plug on it?
Well, they were shouting for his head today, weren't they? You're getting sacked in the morning. Even the Albion fans are singing you're getting sacked in the morning. I don't dislike the guy, I think he's inherited a pretty poor squad, to be fair. Aging squad. We just got. There's nothing there. We've got no legs in midfield. He leaves Burke on till the end. 10 minutes every game, and he plays McLean instead. That's not the reason. The reason goes back a long way. It all goes back to halfway through last season. We hit 40 points, we switched off, and to be honest, we haven't switched on since then, have we?
Kieran Gibbs went hiding today.
Yeah,
Just did. He didn't play out as a full-back, just come in, sat there, didn't really do a great deal.
Yeah, McLean disappointed. Missed a great chance just before half time. If that went in, it could have changed it, mate.
I've seen that.
Could have changed it. I mean, we weren't great, but that a good opportunity. But it's been the story of the season, mate, hasn't it, really?
If I could say something to you now and give a message to the players or the team, what would you say?
Keep plugging away. We're not mathematically down. In my heart of hearts, we are down, I think. But the players have got to keep going. We're not mathematically down, but it's really looking tough now. That was a massive game today. We've got 5 more big games coming up. Maybe if we could just eke 10 points, who knows, anything. But we've been saying it all season. We've only won 3 games all season, and we've got a mountain to climb, haven't we? But we've got to keep plugging away, fella. It's not mathematically over, is it?
It's a nice City break.
I thought we was going to... Well, if we go down next season, my joke is... Next season we could get sponsored by Uber. Yeah. But thanks for coming down and being true supporters. You know.
So we're from Marky Drayton.
Just
so way away from it.
Second goal, avoidable. We got very avoidable, unneeded. It just killed the game off. After that, we didn't look like we wanted to be there. Just didn't turn up.
No.
What do you think about Pard?
Gotta go. Has to go.
After now, I think when he came, everyone was expectful of like him to change things. Like if you look at other teams with like Carvajal at Swansea, you'd think he'd make an impact, but there's no impact. Marco Silva should come, in my opinion.
All right, lads. Thank you very much for the 30 seconds that you gave me, and get your fries down your throat. All right.
First goal was like a Sunday League.
Pathetic.
Absolutely pathetic. That was rubbish. They don't deserve the shirt they wear.
No passion, nothing.
No passion.
So what would you say about the change, or what would you say about Pard?
You can't even blame Pard.
You can't even blame.
He's just inherited a bad. I'm too old. A lot of them's too old and past it.
All right, I'm going to be realist now. We're looking first division, yeah. This is me being real. What do we need to do?
You need to spend a lot of money.
Need to spend a lot of money
and get some young kids.
But don't you think so? You should give that, like Sam Fields now. He's sitting there, yeah.
Yeah.
I would have put him on, and I would have put Bronte on at the start.
Exactly.
Yeah.
They come. They won
the ticks.
That was it. We was rubbish.
Yep.
We was rubbish, and that was it.
I tell you truthfully, the first half, I just walked out.
Yeah. I'd have brought the kids on. I'd have brought the kids on from the second team and paid them. They'd have done better than the first team.
Wow, that's real talk. This is Mick and Kev, and so last question I'm going to ask: what should we do with Pard?
Ooh. Well,
you first.
He's got to go. We've got to bring somebody else in
at this precise moment.
I think he'll go.
Who would you get?
Oh, it's hard to say who's out there. Him from.
You can't blame Pard. You
can't
blame
him for it.
He's inherited
the team.
What he's got.
What does Phil
Town staying up? I say you can't blame Pardew because he's inherited what he's got.
We ain't spent no money because he's been told he's got no money.
Even when Pulis was here, he said I could only afford third division players.
Yeah.
So
for a Premiership third division, and I'm not being bad. We're not in red. No. We're one of the teams that have always stayed out of red.
We've never spent.
Yeah.
We've never spent big.
So where are they spending in their home houses?
They must do, aren't they? Must do.
We've always been a selling club as well, haven't we?
Yeah, because we get good players and we just sell them, or we lose out because we hold back on them and don't want to make 20 million on them.
That's right.
Yeah. Thank you very much anyway, and God bless, and I hope you enjoy that burger. Lovely.
Keep the faith.
100%.
Boing boing.
Thank you, sir.
Worcester.
Wow. And 3 questions I'm going to ask you. What do you think of the game?
Shit. Pretty shit.
We're going down. We're going down. We ain't surviving. It's over now.
Okay. And what do you think of the manager?
He's fucking around. Let's get him out. He's not here.
Needs to be sacked. Needs to be
shit.
Terrible
appointment. It was bad appointment at the beginning. He's horrendous. He should be gone.
Just send him out.
Get Marco Silva in.
You get him in now. So you'd sack Pard by tomorrow and get Silva in. And then
only hope.
Do you go to away games as well?
No.
Yeah, I go to away And so I'll be going to Watford,
yeah.
and it is depressing because I don't mind driving there. I don't mind getting there, but then when you're looking and you're getting battered, you've got to drive all the way back. You know, so and tell us, what would you do then for Watford? What game? What do you think we should do?
I think Sturridge should come in. I think you bring in Sturridge if he's fit. I think him and Rondon up front. Rodriguez, I thought he was rubbish today. I thought he was rubbish.
I think we should give Burke a go from the start.
I think Burke's a good player.
How about Sam Fields?
Maybe. I don't know. I think he's a bit young. I watched him against Southampton last week. I didn't think he's that good, to be honest.
I think they should give him a chance.
Do you?
Because I think
Barry's
he's passionate.
fucking horrendous.
Barry, I wouldn't. Truthfully, Barry and Evans, I wouldn't even put on the pitch. Evans today, there was enough times. He had the ball, and he could have sent it.
Yeah.
Never
Talk of
did.
him going to Man City, no chance. No way is he getting in that team.
No way.
Rondon was the only player today I thought he was any good. Rondon, I thought he was good.
Two lads here, and you know who they are. So let's see what they think. Hold on, 1 second, lads.
I'm calling you. Pick up, you know. Pick up.
Yeah, happens.
Pick up.
Yeah, well,
couldn't be here today. I don't know what's up with him, but good news, we've replaced him. Do you want to make your appearance?
He's, and I think that's his best friend.
Yeah. Fuck McLean and fuck Jordan Murphy. Honestly, I thought we was dog shit. It's not been the first week that we've been horrible. We're going down. That's the bottom line. We're going down. Yeah. We've won 3 games now since the start of the season, and that's just not good enough. It's just not good enough at all.
Players, I ain't got. You know, truthfully, I ain't got no passion. I haven't now.
They haven't either. There's only one bloke on that pitch today who wore the shirt and wore the badge with pride, and that was Brunt when he came on.
And don't you think so? We should have put Brunt on at the start.
Brunt should have started.
Yes.
Brunt should have started.
I said that.
For me, I don't think Evans should have started, to be honest, because he's lost the confidence, he's lost all the trust with the fans, everything like that. He earns good money, and he just thought it'd be funny.
Same with Barry. How did he start after last week's performance? Last week he was absolutely shite, and he carried on this week. He lost the ball, shit everywhere, wouldn't run, everyone's run past him. He was fucking shit again.
How are you, sir?
I'm just pissed off. Like, I think the whole team, for me, the only other player that wore the shirt probably was Rondon. I thought Rondon was all over the place today. I thought he had a cracking game for me. The post only really tried. The only problem that annoyed me is you're 2-0 down and you bring on your super sub in Jake Livermore. Like, that's a fucking joke at the day. Like,
it is. Like,
you bring on a name 2-0 up and then bring on the striker. What does that show? What does that show? Jake Livermore has got the ball control of a lesbian. The bloke's rubbish. He shouldn't be at a club in the Premier League. He should not be at the Premier League.
Pardew.
He's gone. Guardiola is sacked. I'm surprised he even went into the fucking press conference room. He should have been sacked at 5 o'clock.
Yeah, he's sacked. And these are rumours that Hughes and that might be taking over. I'm going to be fucked off even more if they take in charge.
Short and sweet, like my penis. He shouldn't have appointed him.
Sweet.
It's not sweet.
It looks like he's had a taste.
We're going down.
We're going down.
So, all right, we're going to go down now.
Yeah.
We're not positive now.
We're not coming back up. We're not coming back up.
No. You look at how many teams are in the Championship now. It's not a shit league when we're using there. Like, the teams down there spend 15, 20 million now. Like, and look at the teams that went down, like Sunderland, that they're fucking in the shit.
We've got too much deadwood at the club.
Yes.
We've got too much, and we can't get rid of them all. And in the Championship, it's probably, I would say it's harder. It's more competitive, guarantees.
What the problem is, though, you get deadwood at the club. We're going to go down. We're going to be left with a deadwood where the Gibbs and that are going to be left.
We're going to be kept with Robson Carno and McLean.
Yes.
And McLean will cross it in, and Robson Carno.
It'll be Robson Canu, McLean, Livermore. All the deadwood will stay because anyone that's half decent will fuck off. And I think that's going to fuck us over.
Your best friend, Matt Phillips, what do you think?
Oh, I'll call on Matt Phillips. He had that period of like a month, like last season, where he looked all right, and since then he's just been shit, and he's worse. And was it the first 20 minutes? He had a challenge where he was favourite to win it.
Yep.
Like favourite. If you won that ball, he's like 2-on-1 with a defender. There's something going to happen. Jumps out the way. I can't fucking believe it. Like, this is a game where I thought was in last week, to be honest, and then some people are still like sort of positive, and he jumps out the way of a challenge in the first half. It just shows his fucking commitment. And the rest of his game couldn't cross the ball in.
He's just there to pick up his wage plate in the day.
Yeah,
right? What's Flecker or Berg got to do to get a start? What have they got to do?
Don't you think so? Even with Fields? I personally think I would have put the players. I would have put Brunty. I would have put on because he's passionate. Yeah,
true.
And when you got one lion in the den, they're all going to become lions because they're not scared because they've got this guy. And the way I see Brunty is, if he gives it to them, they're going to carry on. And even if they make a mistake, he's probably, don't worry, come on.
Yeah. Who in that team is going to do that? Like, none of them really.
I didn't feel part today. I felt like, tell the truth, if I was getting paid money, I'd have jumped on that pitch and I'd have slide tackled him. I'd have got more views.
Yep, you would have.
And they would have banned me from the game, from the pitch. But you know
you're
something? They've done me a favour.
I'd rather be banned. I'd rather kiss my sister than watch this.
Shit.
And you wasted his sister, she's fucking ugly.
She is.
Hashtag sister.
Hashtag sister.
Okay then. So we're looking first division. We're looking down, and how we're going to change?
Oh, well, that's great.
That's Sturridge leaving from the Albion ground. Sturridge just leaving from the training ground. Stuck in traffic. But anyway, come on then. And okay, we're going to look like we got Watford next now. Yeah.
Yeah.
I still personally got this. I don't know what it is, but I'm going to say it to you. I'm a fighter.
Yep.
Yeah. I don't know.
I was in that, but a few months back I was thinking, we could win the next game, and I'm looking at the games for the rest of the season now, and I can't see us winning one.
Everyone beats us.
I can't see us winning one.
Was it Huddersfield?
Huddersfield have done the double over us, and they're poo. There's teams.
Southampton's done the treble over us, and they call fucking win. Like, when we call beat all these shit teams, you're like, we might beat Watford. No, we won't. We might beat Leicester next home game. We won't beat Leicester. We keep saying.
Can't see us winning. We can't keep drawing because drawing's no good to anyone. We need to win, and I can't see us winning.
How many points are we drift now from their safety? Is it 8? So it's 7, 8?
9, I think.
9. So we're going to win 3 games if results go our way to get out, which is what we've won all season. I can't see that happening. There's no fight.
A message to the players and the manager.
They need to book their ideas up. They need to realise what we need to do. We need to work with pride. We need to do this. We need to try and at least win one game, because at the minute everyone's fighting with each other because the football's that bad. We've got players at the ground. We've got players there that are absolutely dog shit. McLean racked off. Rondon is probably the best striker we've had in a long time, but in a poor team. Yep. And Pardew got more chance of platting piss than him winning the game.
Hashtag real talk.
Yeah, just going to say what exactly same it is. They're just embarrassed at the moment. The players like Bunt and Morrison in the change rooms, they need to step up. They know they're the only ones that know the club or know what it's been to wear the West Bromwich Albion shirt. There's players there that don't give a shit. Look at the end of the game there. Was it Bunt come out and clapped? I think Foster clapped quickly and Rondon clapped. You got them 3 players, the only ones that clapped.
You know why Foster ain't clapping? He noticed you from last week. Like, thought, fuck that cunt.
Like, these players, even though we're fucked off with them, they should appreciate the fact that we've actually come out week by week to come.
Fuck you, Phillips!
And like players like Phillips, I call fucking standing with shit. They should come out and at least clap and take the stick. If they're playing shit, they should take the stick. Fair play to Blood clapping, fair play to Rondon clapping. This is what we need in the club. We can't have this shit that just as soon as the full-time whistle blows, they run down the tunnel and hide from the problems. They need to step up and actually be men.
You're right. Hashtag glasses talk. And real man. Come over here, real man. Let's get you in a bit. And tell us.
I think these two have summed up pretty much everything I wanted to say. Apart from I'm going to be here every week, and I'm going to say every week, Jake Livermore, fuck right off.
Hashtag Jake Livermore.
Get off the sniff.
Or at least pass it round.
Can I get a handshake? Yeah. See, I like these police officers. This is a good police officer.
Nice
How are you, sir? And this is Sean. And
Aston Villa supporter, lifelong. But
no, hold on. Have you ever tried a taser gun?
I might do later.
Nah, but thank you for your work.
I hope you stay up. I hope you
Yeah. But thank you for your work. I'll thank you for your work. That's a top cops involved. Yo, cop, real talk. What do we do next game?
Win. Sack the manager, let Darren Moore have a few games into him. It'll bring the fans a lift maybe. They love Darren Moore and try and attempt to win.
Go out there, fuck them up, get into them.
Real talk. And subscribe to this channel, Boing Boing TV. And these are real fans, and I'll be at Watford, but I know these lads won't be travelling as far.
I will, unfortunately. My mum doesn't like me, so she has to send me away. Tiverdale, he runs a coach. He goes from Tiverdale all the way through to West Brom, and he goes through here. So I'll be setting off at about 7 o'clock, and I think I'll be in the pub for 9:30.
And then if worst comes to worst, just drive back with me. Fuck the coach.
Yeah.
And you can jump in my car, and I'll drive him back.
Sweet as a nut.
Sorted, bro. Wicked lads. Bless.
Boing, boing! Boing, boing! Boing, boing!
Put a bit of technique on that.